When an individual struggles because there is pain, trauma, or poor choices in their story, they are often caught in a mental battle of wondering why they are worth your time, effort, or love. The question in their mind constantly is, why would someone want to help me? They may also believe help will be temporary until someone sees them as a burden or as a person who is just too much. Because of these factors, it is important for those offering support to be a continual source of reassurance in why we want to support them, why we want to see them reach that place of wholeness. But I admit that this can create pressure in our own lives. You see, while it is healthy to provide reassurance and clarity on our role and intentions in offering support, it does not mean that they dictate our lives or we cater to every whim. Healthy boundaries are important in every relationship, even ones which have mental health complications in the midst. Many times, individuals have learned unhealthy behaviors for gaining attention and finding reassurance. We want to make sure that we do not affirm those behaviors and create an unhealthy cycle of dependence or savior-victim mindsets. So how do we break this? I believe we need to be very vocal about why we want to provide support. Secondly, if we notice poor behaviors, we can calmly and low-key call it out and then back it with a reiteration of why we are providing support and that the poor behavior is not necessary. For example, someone might constantly cut themselves down verbally so that we make comments such as, "No, you are strong." In that instance, simply responding to their cutting remarks to their own identity may only reinforce that all they need to do is to be cruel to themselves in order to receive affirmation. Instead, it would be okay to ask them, why do you feel like you made that statement about yourself? This will likely make them feel a bit off for a moment, especially if they are used to receiving a quick positive response. They may not have anticipated diving into their own sense of self, but I like to go there, not to upset them or belittle them, or even to call them out. Rather, I would rather dive into the root of it and address it, versus let it just remain on a loop. To address it, I usually want to communicate not only how I see the person, but to also reiterate the why behind my actions. To do this, I offer 3 specifics. I speak to their future, their pathway, and their value. Their future. I want them to know that I have an intrinsic belief that as they walk a path of wholeness and healing, they have a future. Period. The end. Their story is not over. There is a way forward, even if it is painful or frustrating to find it. There is a future, and I reiterate my belief that they will be able to find it. Their pathway. If I'm in a position to, I let them know that I want to help them find that future. I want to be with them on the pathway as they seek it out. I commit to give what tangible guidance I can and see them win in the journey. Their value. I share a foundational belief that they have value. When I spend time with them, it is directly tied into a personal reason why I believe they matter, have importance, and that the outcome of their life is important to me. I find it is this last one, this concept of value, which needs the most reiteration. This is especially true when there has been a significant amount of damage to their sense of worth, identity, or belonging. Because of this, I know it takes time to build it up and is something that I must keep in the forefront of my mind. While there are times that it feels like someone is fishing for compliments or affirmation, I have to remind myself that they may be fishing, but the truth is, it is an opportunity to create positive connection built off of truth versus past pain or trauma. To me, it is a small win each time if I have the ability to course correct, even if it is only 1 degree at a time.